This is the FlightScope MEVO Plus, and yes, I paid for this myself. Digging in, we have beautiful little case. Comes with, careful. Woo. Quick start guide. Fantastic. I'm gonna need that. QR code for your apps. Number to call if you run into any issues. More directions. Silver little things. Put on your ball in case you need it. Not a fan of using these, so we're gonna try to not use them, and hopefully it works out well. Beautiful. Pull the tab. Activated. Got our FlightScope MEVO Plus here. Charger, clip, and this little guy here, this is your calibrator. So you would set your thing up like so and put the calibrator on to get the right angle, because it would vary based on your fly that you have. So you just put this, perfect. So today we're gonna test this out here in studio, see how she performs inside, because that is what we're most concerned about. Outdoors, you can kind of see where the ball goes, but inside, where we want to practice, especially coming up on wintertime, this could be a potential gift for the golfer in your life or for yourself, if you're so inclined. Let's get it hooked up. All right, so I have FlightScope MEVO activated with the FlightScope app on my iOS iPad. It also works with the E6 Connect app, and it comes with standard license, I think 5 courses, a bunch of games and stuff. Right now, we're just using FlightScope app. It says we're ready to go. 8-iron here. I have TrackMan there, so we can compare the two and see what happens. First shot out of the gate, here goes nothing. 153 carry on FlightScope MEVO Plus, 147 carry TrackMan. And slight fade here. So the flight pattern looks identical on both. Second shot. 156 carry here. All is looking good. I like the ball flight. Okay, I had to turn off TrackMan because there was too many radar things going on, and it was freaking out FlightScope MEVO Plus. And it was telling me, it was just firing away shot after. Anyways, we cannot compare to TrackMan too much frequencies. So to get good comparisons, I do have average PGA Tour statistics here. Not that I'm a tour player, but it will give us some idea of kind of a range of what we're looking for in terms of spin, what we should see, and things like that. 161, little fade. I love the look of this, so that's fantastic. Let's move on. We'll jump down to 6-iron. That felt about right. It's giving me a spin of 43.62 with the 6-iron, and the PGA Tour average is like 6,200. So it looks as though the spin rate is not 100% accurate. One thing I struggled with the MEVO, the tiny little guy, was that it didn't necessarily pick up all the drivers equally based on what the drivers were made of. And so we're going to test out MEVO Plus and see how it picks up the different materials and different colors of the different driver head sizes. We'll start with the Titleist driver. Sim 2, this is one that it struggled with a lot. It's getting good club head speed, although I don't think the carry is very accurate currently with the driver, whereas I felt like the carry was really spot on with the irons. Now this is the Callaway Epic Speed. This is the one I typically hit higher with more spin, and it's showing me decent height. It's giving me lower spin than the other drivers. This is getting me, with the Epic speed, I feel like it's a lot more accurate for what this driver is doing. This is the Ping G425. It's interesting because this one goes so much lower, yet it's giving me a much higher spin than the other driver, the Epic. Let me hit a giant fade, see what happens. Yeah, it registers a nice fade. I just don't think the height is accurate. And let me work back a big draw. See if it picks up hooks and fades. Yeah, it's right on the money there in terms of shape. Cobra rad speed. Should be low left. It is low left. I do think the distance is fairly accurate with my irons. Irons, it's pretty much spot on. I don't necessarily think the spin is accurate, but remember, my spin rate is in a short indoor simulator. You ideally want this about 3 feet more away from you so that it has a little bit extra time to get another rotation to pick up that ball. The shorter that is, the less accurate it's going to be. So it might not be getting overall total spin perfectly, but it is getting shape pretty accurate. It's getting ball speed accurate. Club head speed is pretty much right on the money. Spin rate is variable. I wouldn't put too much stock in that with a short screen to ball impact distance. The farther you get away, the better it's going to be. But there is one way to test that to know for sure. Come on. We have no excuses now. We have plenty of distance. I said it for indoor because we're still hitting into a net. So even though you're outdoors, if you're hitting into a net, it's indoor. If you're hitting at a full range, then it's outdoor. So we got plenty of distance now, no excuses. MEVO Plus, pressure's on. So indoors, and outdoors, it's giving me very similar readings in terms of spin rate. Very low spin rate with my irons, whereas higher spin rate with my driver. Usually my driver spin rate's around 2400, and my iron, 6-iron, is 6200-ish in that range. So this has me 4000 with my 6-iron versus 3000 plus with my driver. So I think the spin rate is off a little bit with MEVO Plus. I say this with a lot of, experience with a ton of other launch monitors, affordable launch monitors. None of them do spin rate very accurately at all, indoor or outdoor. They're close, but they're not spot on. Unless you're spending over $10,000, you're not gonna get a really accurate spin rate. However, the club head speed, the launch angle, the distance, the carry, all of that, and the shape of the ball was very, very accurate. FlightScope MEVO Plus. The only thing I wish it had that it doesn't, I wish I could plug this into my computer pretty easily so that I can throw it on my projector. You have to kind of do a little workaround to make that work, which if you're into that, you could figure that out. But otherwise, iPad, iOS device, fantastic. Thanks for watching. Give them a check out. Love you guys. See you in the next video.